Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an internal SharePoint Knowledge Agent using Copilot. This agent is designed to help team members find accurate company information that's stored in your SharePoint folders. We'll start by creating a brand new agent from scratch. You're going to do that by going over here to New Agents inside of your Copilot. You will come up with this screen right here. You'll see two tabs at the top of it. You'll see Describe and Configure. The Describe tab lets you describe your agent in natural language, and the Copilot will automatically generate the setup for you. For example, you could type in create an agent that answers questions about client documentation stored in SharePoint, and Copilot would generate the name, instructions, and settings automatically. It's good for quick builds, but for this tutorial, we want full control and transparency. So we're going to click on the Configure tab. This lets us set every detail manually so you know exactly what is being configured. First, we're going to give the agent a clear name and a description. For the name, you want to use something that is descriptive and unique, but you have to keep it underneath 30 characters. And so for this agent, I'm going to put in here demo agent. And then in the description, we're going to put in a prompt that we are using. The description field helps the large language model identify and use your agents for specific tasks and situations. We want to make it short, precise, and as simple as possible. It does have a 1,000 character count limit. The description we're going to use makes it clear that the agent is informational only and scoped specifically to the company documentation. You'll also see right here you have an icon if you would like to upload your company logo, or if you want to create your own logo here, you can. And then the next is the agent's instructions, specific instructions to the LLM that you want to use to extend the capabilities of your agent. They direct the behavior of the agent, included how you want them to search for information and how you want them to use it. So now we're going to define exactly how this agent is supposed to behave. This is one of the most important steps, and I'll put in a prompt that we currently use, and you'll see you're an internal +1 technology SharePoint Knowledge Agent. It tells what the rules are, what the response style is, and what the primary case is for. Once you've set the name, description, and the instructions, you'll scroll down and you'll see additional configurations appear. Now we're ready to connect your knowledge sources. This is where we can connect the SharePoint folders this agent is allowed to use. You also have the ability to configure if the agent can search websites or only specified sources. Be sure to keep external knowledge sources turned off, like the website button for this type of agent, because you only want it to use internal knowledge. So in the knowledge section, you can add them by clicking your SharePoint, your Teams, emails. For this one, we can go into our SharePoint and we can do my SharePoint, and it's going to connect all my folders and my files. However, if we go right here and we want to go to site, we can click, we have a company site, we can click the site, and down here you'll see that it's got that one. If you want to go in here and you can attach your cloud, you can also upload from your devices, you can select different folders. Copilots do have a maximum of knowledge sources depending on your plan type. I strongly recommend either doing the site or on the folder level. This way, if you have any new documentation that's added to a folder, then it automatically becomes a knowledge source. This prevents you constantly having to update the agent. The next one is configure the capabilities. You can turn on the code interpreter, create images, create documents. For an internal knowledge agent, I would keep these off so it doesn't have the ability to do this, because we're just providing knowledge so that your team members can ask questions about the company information, not create it. The next section you'll see is the suggested prompts. You can add in the most asked questions, like what is our company policy for PTO? And this is going to show up in a bubble over here on the side. So if we were to add in what is our company PTO, you're going to see it pop up right here. And then if you would like to test the agent before we save it, you go over here on the side and you're going to type your message in, and we're going to hit send. It does take a few minutes to gather the information from your website, but when it does return the response, you're going to be able to see what the company PTO policy is and then where did it get that information from. So it's going to tell you what our policy is, and then it's going to give us a link on where they found that information. So you should see right here, it has the link. And then how do we record it? Now, if all of this information is correct, it gives you your references. Then we want to delete this one out for this purpose. Now your agent is ready to create. Once you create it, you'll come to this window and you can have the options of go to your agent or share. It is currently, when you first establish this agent, it is only available to you. So hit share and you can choose anyone in your organization. So if you want this to be an entire organizational agent, then you can choose that one. If you want to have a specific team or specific levels inside of your hierarchy, you can choose that as well. And then you can choose each one of those people, or you can choose only to you. For this purpose, I'm going to just choose this. You'll also see that you get a link. You want to copy this link. You want to copy this link because what you can do with this link is you can share it to your team members if you want to. You can also add this inside of your team message and then pin it there so it's always easily accessible. And then once you hit apply, you can again share it if you want to. It will show up underneath your agents. If you shared it with your entire organization, everyone in your organization will now have this agent over here, and they can also pin it. Anytime that you need to update, you would just go over here and click on the three sides, and you're going to hit edit, and then you can go and update it. This is how you build an internal knowledge agent in Copilot. If you have any questions, please let us know.